Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is going to be a review of the Epic Encounter 3. So there's a look at the cover. But before I get to that, let me just let you guys know, I have some extra copies here. We have Aries versus Richards. This is sealed. This is brand new. Plastic is still on it. And we have the greatest Ring of Honor show from 2009. Glory of Honor 8, the final countdown. You guys can bid on these on eBay. I'll have the link in the description. You can get them really, really cheap. Hopefully, you can win it at a cheap price. So definitely check it out. Alright, so let's talk about the Epic Encounter 3. So we have Kenny Omega challenging Davey Richards in the main event. But before I talk about the main event, let's break down the whole show. This took place back in Ontario, Canada. And this is a very, very solid show from top to bottom. The first match was the Flatliners versus the House of Truth. And this was good. I enjoyed it. I gave it about 2 3/4 stars. Both teams pretty much looked impressive. The House of Truth hit a lot of nice combination moves together. They did a nice power bomb spot together. What else was there? I can't remember, but the Flatliners looked pretty good. Surprisingly, this was a very, very fun opener between two tag teams that really we can't really consider ROH regulars. So this is fun. Next up, we had Kevin Steen versus Player Dose. Kevin Steen was acting like the wacky, sadistic heel throughout the whole match, and Player Dose was without his mask again. And this is good. I'll give it 3 1/4 stars. Very, very solid. There's no reason why Player Dose, there's no reason why they shouldn't bring him in, on a regular basis. I think he's that good. There's a lot of near falls here. Just a lot of nice counters to the to Kevin Steen's package power driver by Player Dose. Player Dose looked awesome here. This is very, very good. The crowd chanted, "This was awesome." A lot better than expected, so definitely check that match out. Next up, we had Eddie Edwards versus Petey Williams for the ROH Television Championship. I believe this is Eddie Edwards' first title defense, and this is okay. This is pretty much on the same level as the Austin Aries match from the night before. Aries and Petey Williams had a match the night before, so this is pretty much on the same level. Edwards is playing the heel. Edwards cut a heel promo before the match talking about how he's an American wolf, so he tried to emphasize the word American because they were in Canada. So he was pretty much the heel. Then Petey Williams came out, tried to play the babyface. It was okay. Shane Hagador got involved, so that's pretty much what it was. Probably like a solid 3-star match. Next up, we had a match that was pretty much set up at the beginning of the show. Tyler Black came out with the championship, and Aries interrupted him, and so we kind of had an impromptu 8-man tag match because Roderick Strong and Mark Briscoe, I guess they didn't have their passport or whatever. They couldn't get over the border, so they just threw this tag match together. And so we had Tyler Black, Jay Briscoe, Rasche Brown, and Tyson Dukes taking on Austin Aries, Kenny King, Rhett, Titus, and the head booker for ROH, Adam Pearce. And this is okay. Like I said, it was kind of just kind of random. It seemed very, very random, but it was pretty fun. The crowd liked it. Very spotty, a lot of action, a lot of just random moves over the top rope just to get the crowd popping. Rasche Brown, the Skull Crusher, looked pretty good here. He was pretty over in this match. Tyler got some nice offense in on Austin Aries, and Adam Pearce, I don't really remember anything special that he did, so I'll probably give this match like 3 1/4 stars. Alright, next up we had Steve Corino going against Colt Cabana. Corino was pretty over here because they were in Canada. Corino is actually from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, just like Chris Generico, if you guys did not know. I just kind of realized that. I never really associated Corino with Canada before, but this is okay. This is like a slugfest. Kevin Steen got involved, so we didn't really have a proper finish. So that's pretty much what it was. And El Generico came out to save Colt Cabana. Then eventually this led to a match between El Generico and Chris Hero, that young knockout kid. Now the Miz 2003 K, I believe he says something like, Chris Hero does not deserve to wrestle in these long matches. You could definitely put someone else in his place. Well, I kind of disagree with that because I thought this match really delivered. I thought this was at least 3 3/4 stars, maybe 4 stars. I really, really liked it. There's an awesome sequence on the outside with El Generico. Went for like a Saya moonsault. Hero caught him in midair, and then there was a nice counter to that, and they did something else off the guardrail. It's a must-see spot. Just definitely check that out. A lot of nice near falls with Hero using the elbow. El Generico kicking out. Just this is like kind of like a PWG solid match. I think El Generico and Hero had a match in PWG, I believe, at Against the Grain. But I think this is even better than that. So This has definitely surprised people. It's getting good reviews. It's almost a solid 4-star match, so definitely check it out. Okay, next up we have the epicness that was I don't even think that's a word, but we have Davey Richards versus Kenny Omega, a rematch from Clash of the Contenders. Their Clash of the Contenders match I thought was awesome. A lot of people were very, very high on it. Probably one of the most underrated matches of 2009. But definitely check this match out. I really enjoyed it. It definitely lives up to the Epic Encounter name. I'm not so sure if it's better than Paul London and Bryan Danielson from the original Epic Encounter, but it's definitely better than Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness from Epic Encounter 2. That was good, but I would probably say it's one of the weaker Bryan Danielson-Nigel matches. But this is just excellent, excellent stuff. This started off with a bang. I was expecting a longer match because the Epic Encounter matches usually go at least 40 minutes. But yeah, this started off with a bang. Davey started off with the match with the Tope con Hilo over the guardrail, blasted Omega right in the face with it. Almost split his back open. That was crazy. Omega hit a nice DDT spot on a table. Just great, great stuff. Great fighting spirit. This is kind of like a Japanese style match. Davey did a whole bunch of Kawada kicks. Just great, great, great fighting spirit. Now I can't say enough about this match. Everybody needs to check this match out. It was awesome. I'll probably say a high 4.5 stars, maybe going into the 4 3/4 range. So yeah, just great stuff. The Crate's Wrath counters were awesome. Davey actually took a Crate's Wrath, and as soon as the referee counted out of it, or as soon as Davey kicked out of it, put it into the Kimura for a nice spot. I mean, this is an excellent, excellent match, and the post-match speech with Davey and Omega was pretty classy. Definitely sets up a match between Tyler Black and Davey Richards in the future. Richards gets on the mic, talks about how he wants to challenge Tyler Black, and now it's official. At Death Before Dishonor 8, we will get to see Tyler Black go up against Davey Richards for the ROH Championship. So definitely check this show out. The main event match between Davey and Omega is definitely a must-see match. And before I get going, let me just say this: Omega. Now, this is why I'm so bitter about Omega not being brought in as a regular, because you watch this match, he's definitely just as talented as Davey, just as talented as Roderick, as Austin Aries. He's definitely, arguably, probably just as talented as anyone on the roster. So, you know, whatever they have to do, you know, whenever they got to do to sign him to that contract, they have to do it, because this guy is just so fun to watch. But, all right, so like I said, try to bid on these shows if you get the chance. You get them really cheap. Glory of Honor and Aries versus Richards. And like I said, check out Epic Encounter 3. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.